Puzzles on this table represent a tremendous amount of effort over a very long period of time, probably 10 or 15 years worth of work. The tall ones in the back are mainly an Orion series puzzle. They're identical. This one here is a 48-piece puzzle around a 12-piece separate puzzle on the inside. There's 60 total pieces. It's brutal to assemble that one. This is a 116-piece solid brass puzzle machined out of 3/8 square material. Very similar design with an additional component in each corner, made out of aluminum, 2024. This guy right here, the gold one, is 11 pounds of brass, and this one here is a 148-piece crystal design, probably 9 pounds if I had to guess. These are all hand polished. You can imagine the time it took to get all the machine marks and stock extrusion lines out of it. This is my favorite, the royal blue and black acrylic Orion. Each side of this material had to be machined. This was actually made from a sheet of material, so you can appreciate the work it would take to strip it down, square it up, and then notch it. This is one of the cores that fits inside some of the other shells. This is a 93-piece XYZ frame, and there's a real tricky way to create that frame. Previously thought to be impossible, but I figured it out. 116-piece aluminum with acrylic overlay. Looks good when you backlight it. Put a different color light on and off it goes. This is the Orion 60 series puzzle done in 3/4 inch pine. It's about as big as a basketball. Yeah, and this is the culprit that started it all. This is the 12-piece Altacruz design, designed by, I believe his name was William Altacruz, back in the 1800s. This is the Capricorn 176, and it's a Capricorn because my wife is a Capricorn. She asked me to design one for her, and this is what I came up with. That's an exotic hardwood puzzle. And this is the very similar to the 93-piece core, but this is a 117-piece core that has that additional block in the corner, so there's no transition greater than one step. Also 3/8 aluminum. Gold anodized Orion series puzzle without a base. Still a 48-piece shell around a 12-piece core, and they got to be built at the same time. This is an incredibly difficult puzzle to try to solve. This is the 209 BAR. This is a 116-piece brass puzzle that embraces a 93-piece aluminum core. You can actually separate these two colors and build two different puzzles out of this, but if you try to build it like that in that ring, they have to be built at the same time, and it is quite possible to make a 100-piece mistake and have to backtrack, and that's when you just call it a night and walk away. It's actually happened to me. This one was cut down for the Shoreline Machinist Challenge a few years ago and actually scored quite well. This is under 5 inches across, as was their size maximum, on 3 stainless steel pins that it just simply sits on. And this is what that puzzle would look like if it was original. That's green anodized 2024 aluminum, 3/8 square stock. And this is a metal replica of the Capricorn 176, done in brass and aluminum. If there's a brass piece, it has an aluminum mirror counterpart. And this puzzle is harder to take apart than it is to get together. You can find the first 2 pieces, but getting that third one, good luck. And this is a semi-gloss matte Orion 60 puzzle. The table is 12 feet long. Gives you some idea how the scale of each one of these. And for the most part, they're about the size of a large cantaloupe. The big wooden ones are about the size of a basketball. And everything is either 3/8 or 3/4 material. There's a great many years represented here and a lot of late nights. Some of the Orion puzzles were done on a CNC machine, but none of these were designed with CAD. It was all done by hand.